So now we have everything we need. Yep. Lots of parts. Lots of parts alive. See? Yes. So yes, we have lots of parts that we've ordered, and some of them are not even for this guitar. Ain't that cool? Like, this is a set of covers for single coil pickups. This is a pair of, let me show you. This is actually a pair of humbuckers, but they're actually sealed. And yeah, I'll just use my hand because, yeah. So they're actually sealed. They're very generic looking, but like cool in my opinion, because they're like EMGs without the logo. So I'll be using this on a future guitar, which I'm planning for about, actually more than 1 year at this point, but doesn't matter. You came here for the parts that are for this guitar that we're building right now, which is the slug guitar. So, as you can see, as I already told you, I've ordered many colorful parts, and they all arrived. Granted, they're not actually bearing the same color that you'll probably see on your monitor, because I already see a significant difference between my camera preview screen and the actual thing. But doesn't matter, you can get an idea of the whole palette. So what I did was I ordered like a set of humbuckers with, well, first of all, just like I said, all of the pole pieces are hex shaped because this is exactly how I want them to be. They are very reminiscent of a lot of cool pickups from back in the day in the 1980s. So I wanted this as a feature. So what I did was I ordered one pair of blue, one pair of purple, one pair of green, and one pair of whites. Now, the reason why you don't see two purples and two greens is because I already went ahead and I made the selection. So what this means is I already decided that I want one purple pickup and one green pickup installed on the on the pink body that we have. So yeah, having this set, you can see that, well, first of all, the pole pieces on the blue pair is actually chrome. This is not what I ordered, but c'est la vie. What else? The colors for all of them, except for the white. The colors for all of them are actually darker than how it was advertised, and no, it ain't because of the monitor colors and whatever. It's simply a different type of color and even plastic, if you ask me, but doesn't matter. They're good enough. I already went ahead and set them on the guitar just to see how the contrast will work. I did this with all of them, and that's how I managed to actually make the selection, because in my opinion, with the pink hue that I have on the body, the green and purple pickups are the ones that go the best. So as you can see, this right here is a neck, and this right here is a bridge. Therefore, this means again that I chose a neck green pickup and a bridge purple pickup. And we, with these colors in mind, Now I have to decide on distinctive colors for the knob and the switch tip. So the idea that I have at this point, since this guitar will be a complete goofball, is the following. I would think about having pink, which I already do for the body. I have purple. I have green. So the things that I would need would be yellow and blue, plus or minus, or orange. So I just messed something up. Doesn't matter. I'll pick it up later. Again, you won't see the actual hue, so just go with me for a second. What I'm thinking of doing is, because these, first of all, are not actually yellow and they're not green. In reality, they're neon, lemon. It's like in between yellow and green, and they're very fluorescent. It's an incredible idea. However, it doesn't really fit the whole thematic that I chose. Like, all of the other parts are very, classic, homogeneous, materials like solid plastic, which gives it that very fun and vibrant and, playful look, almost like it's a toy. So this is from a different style, if you get what I'm saying. So I think I'll save these for later for a different project. So what I'm left with is the other knobs. Now, I'm thinking of using the orange knobs. So if I'm using the orange, and trust me, they're way more orange than what you're seeing right now. Since the whole guitar will be a goofball, that's already established, I'll probably go the normal way with the volume, because I will have only one potentiometer. And I'll probably go with the volume one because it will be a volume pot. But since it's a very goofed guitar, I'm thinking of messing with, whoever's looking at my guitar, and put the knob, the tone knob, just for the heck of it. Like, I only have one and it's the tone. Like, say what? So yeah, that's one idea that I have. And if I go along with this, by the way, one mention. What the hell? There's people yelling at each other, like, outside. Doesn't matter. If I'm going with this one, yeah, what I wanted to say was there were no other colors for this type of knobs. So there was like no blue and no yellow and stuff like that, unfortunately. So because I have pretty much all the colors that I want here, I'll use the restrictions that I have for the knobs. So I'll go with the orange one, and in this case I'll use a actually I have it outside. I'll use a blue switch tip to complement the whole palette that I want to create, like blue, orange, purple, green, pink on the guitar. Yes, it's in a bag to protect it from dust while I'm still not working on it, and the whole beauty of the contrast will come from the black hardware. Speaking of which, ta-da! I wanted to have a Floyd, which is in the old style of, the Kahlers and the Schallers. So what I did was I ordered this bridge, which has this very rough appearance. It's intended. It's not because of poor build quality. Because you can see they could have made it plain like here. but they have this tarmac like texture on it, and it gives it a very industrial look, which I like. And probably you're thinking, hey, you're missing the actual blocks here in the saddles. Well, actually I'm not. Well, I am, but it came fully prepped. What happened was I removed them because I always thought that the idea of clamping these things and making the whole Floyd setup with the bridge and the nut, a double locking system is just stupid, because there's actually no real benefit of locking the things. Well, first of all, I won't rant too much on this, but there's no actual reason for you to lock anything anywhere, because all my guitars that don't have a Floyd and they have a standard 6-point or 2-point tremolo, vintage tremolo system, they stay in tune absolutely amazing even after extreme whammy abuse. It's all a matter of careful setup and how you treat your nut and your saddles and your tuners and stuff like this. So rant aside, what I did was, because I don't really like to have these, and whenever I'm changing strings I have to go for my hex key, my Allen key, and have to unclamp these and then clamp them back on, and always be afraid that one day they'll snap because they're cheap die cast aluminum. What I did was I bought this set of speed loaders, which I already installed, and I removed the original screws that were pressing against the clamping blocks. These are speed loaders, so what they actually do, and excuse for the buzzing, but I'm receiving messages on my phone while I'm filming. What I'm actually going for is making this similar to a normal non-locking bridge, because once the whole string gets through and passes through the whole canal and goes over the saddle, the ball end always stays here, and it's under extreme pressure compared to the slight deviations that you're doing from the trem bar. So absolutely 100%, not even 99.9%, 100%, the ball end will never move forward, backward within this range, so that you have disruptions of the tuning on your guitar. So yeah, this is completely useless, so I just wanted to have it as a normal non-locking bridge. So yeah, I already went ahead and I installed them, and it's going to be great. It's not the first guitar that will have this. I can tell you from actually vast experience using these things that you never have any problem with speed loaders. For example, a lot of Charvels and Jacksons back in the day in the 1980s, they were using the non-locking Jackson bridges or similar speed loading mechanisms. So to end the subject with the bridge, this is what I'm going to use. One very cool coincidence is that I made this logo, as you know, I made it before actually getting the parts. And one very cool thing is that I somehow almost perfectly matched the colors of the pickups with the individual letters, and I think subconsciously I already made the decision of what colors I should use here, because they're pretty much everything that I'm gonna use, like pickup number 1, 2, switch tip, and knob. The knob won't be yellow, it will be orange, but still it's going to be amazing. And just in case you're wondering if this purple will be too close to the actual pink of the guitar, well, it won't, and I can tell you that on camera it's again more deceiving than the way it actually is. And you have to see the whole contrast with the other the other parts already installed. I kind of gave myself a sneak peek, and it's looking amazing. So I'll just take you guys along with me for the final assembly and all the things that we need to do and put it in place. All the parts look great, amazing quality. The pickups, however, it's the first time, and I've actually ordered, not hundreds, but like dozens, probably more than 50 pairs of pickups along the years. It's the first time when I actually have a few complaints with the way the pickups look, because I haven't tried them out yet for the actual sound. But first of all, they're very light, and not that it has any impact, but it can have. So the materials are probably very cost saving, let's say. But that's not the problem. The problem is that, first of all, on my white pair, one of the pickups was, let me see, I have the plastic on, but it doesn't matter. One of them had kind of severe scratches on it, although it had the plastic on. So yeah, not cool, but then again, I'm not the kind of person to be bothered by this, because I'll make my own scratches anyway, in due time. But some people probably would be bothered by this. But the biggest problem that I have is with the fact that the metal, which again looks very cheap this time, and it never happened before, is very, very bent. Not this one. Yeah, this one. So this one I'll have to, fix. The small little, ears that are going to be used for screwing, the things down. See what I'm saying? Like, they made a complete mockery out of these base plates for these pickups, and I have no idea why. It's not justifiable by the cheap price, because I bought, again, I'm repeating myself, but I bought so many, and they always had that look and feel of really good quality, original things from like Seymour Duncan or EMGs or whatever. They were absolutely impeccable knockoffs or replicas, or call them whatever. But these ones are kind of, poorly made. I have no idea why. Probably because there's not a lot of, demand for these crazy colors, and they come from a batch of, not so well QC'd and produced pickups. Who knows? Doesn't matter. It's just a matter of applying some fixes before we actually put them in, because I already went ahead and I tried to fit them in the cavities, and for example, some of them don't actually fit because of these bends. They kind of prevent a full settlement in the cavity. So yeah, I'll have to work a little bit on that crappy tin foil they used for a base plate. But other than that, I'm happy, and I'm sure they'll sound better than they look. So yeah, at the end, I'm still... Oopsie! I just knocked my bridge down, but luckily I had some Steel Panther reflex, and I cut it with my foot, so it's okay. No scratches, no dents. It landed on my toe, and I'm still feeling it. But worth the sacrifice. Here we have, the switch, the different switches and pots, and different strap locks, strap pins, and a lot of things for other guitars as well. That's why you saw some chrome things there. Here as well, I have the neck plate for this guitar, but I have some other things for other guitars that I'm building right now. Another bridge, exactly like the one I showed you. So yeah, I've ordered many things, but enough for this video because I already bored you to death. So let's tune in with the next installment and finally get to see the whole process of very quickly assembling it. And I'm really stoked to amaze myself actually with the beauty of the color choices. So yeah, stick with me guys, and let's embark on one of the cooler episodes, starting with the next one, right? Actually, probably the next one will be the final, or I'll have probably one or two more. Who knows? Let's see how it goes. But till next time, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm a bit brain fog right now, so I'll just end this right here and right now. Bet you weren't expecting that, huh?